Who is like the wise man, and who knows the interpretation of a thing? Wisdom makes one's face shine, and the hardness of one's countenance is changed. Keep the king's command because of your sacred oath. Do not be terrified. Go from his presence. Do not delay when the matter is unpleasant, for he does what he pleases. For the word of the king is powerful, and who can say to him, "What are you doing?" Whoever obeys a command will meet no harm, and the wise mind will know the time and way. For every matter hath its time and way, although the troubles of mortals lie heavy upon them. Indeed, they do not know what is to be, for who can tell them how it will be? No one has power over the wind, to restrain the wind, or power over the day of death. There is no discharge from the battle, nor does wickedness deliver those who practice it. All this I observed, applying my mind to all that is done under the sun, while one person exercises authority over another, to the other's hurt. Then I saw the wicked buried. They used to go in and out of the holy place, and were praised in the city, where they had done such things. This also is vanity, because sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily. The human heart is fully set to do evil. Though sinners do evil 100 times and prolong their lives, yet I know that it will be well with those who fear God, because they stand in fear before him. But it will not be well with the wicked, neither will they prolong their days, like a shadow, because they do not stand in fear before God. There is a vanity that takes place on earth, and that there are righteous people who are treated according to the conduct of the wicked, and there are wicked people who are treated according to the conduct of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity. So I commend enjoyment, for there is nothing better for people under the sun than to eat and drink and enjoy themselves. For this will go with them in their toil through the days of life that God gives them under the sun. When I applied my mind to know wisdom and to see the business that is done on earth, how one's eyes see sleep neither day nor night, then I saw all the work of God, that no one can find out what is happening under the sun. However much they may toil in seeking, they will not find it out, even though those who are wise claim to know. They cannot find it out. And this is the entirety of chapter 8. Because chapter 8 is one of those chapters, it's talking about a king and stuff like that. And it quite honestly, it's hard to take parallels in our modern society today. So, yeah, I'm just ignoring that part and moving on. Verse 14 is the verse that jumped out at me. There is a vanity that takes place on earth, that there are righteous people who are treated according to the conduct of the wicked, and there are wicked people who are treated according to the conduct of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity. We know this happens. We know that there are people on death row who have been wrongly convicted of crimes, and it happens with far greater regularity than you might imagine. We know that there are evil people who people just absolutely love and adore and will follow anywhere, but their purposes are truly evil and damaging to others. And it's that realization that Koheleth is pushing us to understand is a part of life. It's a part of that vanity we seek. I've run into a number of people who have said, they can't believe in a God because good people get hurt and evil people continue to survive. Koheleth says, yeah, that's the case. What's your point? That's going to be the truth regardless of what you may or may not believe. Billy Joel said only the good die young. And, there is an element of truth to that when you really come into Koheleth's perspective on how the world operates. Koheleth's understanding of this leads to the belief that you should enjoy life. Because the reality is, in those cases, we often can't do anything about it. Sometimes we can. And I think it's important to remember that we can. Remember, Kohelet is speaking from a particular viewpoint that, it's all vanity. You can't really do anything about it. I don't go that far. I go, we can do stuff about it. But I'd like to invite you to reflect on this week. Where have you seen good people punished and bad people rewarded? And how did that make you feel? Why, have you learned to live with that? And if you have, how? And if you think we should change it, how? How should we do that? How should we grow as individuals?